Hey, Jorge, welcome, everybody. It has been a little while. 2 weeks? Going on 2 weeks. I am currently recovering from being sick, so forgive me if my voice is a little bit shot. I've been, uh, I've been in bed for the majority of the last week. That said, I have heard some rumblings of the current game state of Dark and Darker, which is primarily rogues and rangers from what I've seen and what I've heard. I cannot bring myself to play rogue and ranger on stream, especially the first day I'm back. Also, I'm probably very, very rusty. So I'm gonna just have some fun today. Gonna do some casual normals so we can hopefully not run into nothing but landmine rogues, preferably. Maybe we don't get completely obliterated by rangers, hopefully as well. That said, I am probably just gonna run no spells. Could consider running spells just to do it, and honestly, I very well might run those as well. I think Bloodstained Blade, I don't think it's very good, but I think it's kind of fun, you know? I think there's some merit, like, if they could just buff it a little bit, I think it would be pretty good. So, here's the thing. I feel like the Falchion is just undeniably the best one-handed weapon in the entire game. I think the staff is pretty good once you hit, like, blue quality. But I'm just gonna do some normals in the hopes that I can kind of get back into the game, you know? Because, again, it's been a while. That said, I think I'm pretty much good to go. Hey, everybody. Also, welcome. Sorry. For those of you that are just joining, I'm currently recovering from being sick. So bear with me if my voice or my mic gets turned off for a minute, because the amount of coughing I've been doing has not been good for me. All right. Hey, Richard. How you doing, bud? Good to see you here. Yeah, man, Yeah, man. I can't bring myself to play more rogue and ranger, man. I mean, I played some of it off stream. The rogue gameplay is still, like, it seems strong. Kind of boring. Just general, like, kind of just general invis gameplay. Like, nothing like I'm too crazy about personally. Ranger seems as strong as ever, being that they recently buffed Ranger as well. Seems a little bit nutty. Just, it seems as nuts as it usually is, but just in general. For those of you that were here for my last stream that I did play Ranger, I don't think anything's really changed since that stream and today. If anything, Ranger's stronger because it got multiple buffs between those periods of time. So I think if you really wanted to play solos right now, unfortunately, man, just play Rogue or Ranger, man. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, remember when I was playing? I played almost nothing but Naked Lizard Ranger because it's really good. It's really fast. And you know what wins fights? I say it all the time. Cannot believe he survived 4 hits. Was not really thought that he would die in 4 hits. Anyway, you know, so I tell you what, man. Ranger, yeah, lizard skin with what? Just boots? Boots and gloves, I think, is all you really need. And that's, I mean, yeah. Then you're dealing what? I mean, how much damage are you dealing from? I'm getting rubber. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm getting rubber banding. Are you guys still getting rubber banding? You notice that? Like, I went to back up from him, and my whole screen froze for a solid, like, half a second. Is this still going on, man? Unlucky. Really unlucky that we're still getting that. You could see it? Yeah, okay. I'm making sure I'm not trying to complain here or anything. But yeah, the rubber banding is pretty upsetting. That's still in the game. I hope they fix it soon. Yeah, I just saw it again. I went to jump and like yeah, I like freeze framed for a solid like half a second. Yeah, hopefully it goes away or gets fixed. This is fun. Man, this is what it's like to not have, like, ranged weapons and a shield, huh? You have to kind of fight everything, like, barely. Jesus Christ. Hold up. If we die to these, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Hold up. Oh yeah, you're right. We should just phantomize through everything. I haven't played this game in like 2 weeks, man. Give me a little bit of time to get re-incorporated with the game. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to have so many issues with normal mobs. But yeah, I guess 2 crossbolt and a shield. Yeah, that'll do it. Hey Ryan, how you doing, bud? Could go for this Warlock here. That's the combat I know and love with Warlock. Okay. Not even a chance. Not even a chance, man. Okay, anyway. Yeah, GG, sir. It's alright. Give me a little bit of time, and we'll be back. Be back and not nearly as rusty as I am feeling right now. Hopefully. I don't really know what that guy was doing, but my man was learning. What, go to High Roller and go deal with invis rogues behind every door and rangers everywhere too? It's a good idea. That sounds like a blast. I'd rather uninstall this game than play against nothing but rangers and rogues. Hopefully they fix it, man, because it is not ideal. Of course, I totally do. Like, I really hope this game does not become just that. Like, I know this game's not adjusted for solo play, but man, I really hope that we can not get to that point. Hurt somebody. You don't see how rogues changed with the dagger changes? So I have not been in the game. Like, you know, I haven't been here playing. But from what I've seen, gameplay-wise, rogues are... rogues seem very, very strong. I don't know if it's quite the point that they were before, where they were land mining, like, everyone knows the land mining patch, like, from before, right? So, I don't think we're at that point yet, but it does appear that rogues are killing pretty darn fast from invis. At least right now, it appears they are. Short sword nerf is definitely pretty big. But it seems like rogues are primarily just using different weapons, specifically using daggers, or at least from what I've seen. It looks like the Castilia is generally used as being good, just because of the high damage plus the 20% innate armor shredding or armor pierce. And again, not only that, but it's also getting the 15% buff as well. Yeah, from what I've seen, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like, just in general, it feels to me like where I'm seeing a lot of rogues and rangers, and not even from just my gameplay, like from other people playing the game too. It's also worth noting that I think playing a melee Warlock is also not great for just general, like, gameplay, high roller, etc. Because you can't cheese mobs. A big part of the game, when you're not in goblin caves for solos, a big part of the game is, well, you know, it's cheesing mobs. Hey, Kid Brutal, how you doing? So I don't know. With that kind of said and out of the way, I mean, I could play I could play Plate Ranger, you know. I could play Fighter, but here's somebody. He's being kind of quiet though. Might be a rogue chilling. Yeah, this build is definitely really not made for hell. Without a heater shield or any kind of range, we don't have the option to cheese hell, which is, yeah, I know there's someone here. I know 100%. I heard someone here, and they probably cleared this room too. They're just not moving. They're probably just sitting here, waiting. So that's fun. I know for a fact he's there. There's no way he's going like that. Not that quick. Barb number 2? Oh, that's annoying. Well, no loot for me. Time to go. It's alright. It's alright. That Barb got so outplayed, it's not even funny. Of course, we're gonna have to fight the other guy too. The other Barb. Oh well. It's alright. Yeah, it does feel bad that it's another Barb that we have to give gear to as well. Unlucky, right? Barb is melee locks hard counter. Yeah, he's supposed to counter me. To be honest, he got outplayed like something else. There's no reason we should have won that fight. Well, I think it's worth noting that fights are probably more skill-based in normals than they are high rollers, especially when high rollers consist of hitting people for like 60% of their health with one arrow and killing people from, 100 to 0 in like 1 second from invis, which is pretty much all high roller is, I think, right now. So, I don't know. I think there's definitely a little bit more skill involved in having fights that last longer than like 3 seconds, I mean, think about it. If me and that Barb were both extremely geared, that would have just been a completely different fight. It would have just been us just probably 1 or 2 shotting each other. There'd be no room for, like, backing away. There's no room for really anything. It's just, well, I hit you first, and I hit you once for 70% of your health, so I'm gonna win this fight, That's pretty much how fights are now. Although, let's be honest, I think they've been like that for a while now. I don't think it's anything new or anything, right? Like, it's not like it's all of a sudden that fights are like that. It's just right now, the Rogue and Ranger pandemic is extremely bad. That's also true. Protection pots win fights. I kind of hope they change protection pots from merchants. I want to be able to purchase, even if they're gray, blue protection pots from vendors. I think that would be nice, personally. Oh, that's true, too. That Barb would have had, like, 24 Franciscas, and it would have been really hard to fight him. Well, remember, this class that I'm playing, I don't have any range, because I don't have spells on. I actually have no range. I don't have throwables, I don't have anything. So it's very hard to compete with other classes that are range spamming, which is pretty much every class in the game. Yeah, I think I dodged 4 Franciscas from him. I'm pretty sure he hit 4, if I remember correctly. It is nice to see some variety in choices of players, or I guess character selections. I'm seeing some wizards. I'm seeing barbs. I feel like, I don't know if it's normals versus high roller or what, but from what I've seen, my games would not look like this in high roller. Pretty sure we would be primarily seeing, I would not be seeing wizards. I would not be seeing wizards and barbs. Yeah, I did just kill a barbarian just last game. Unfortunately, we had to run away because the second barb came out of the woodlock, but it was still okay. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. This is basically my way of trying to play this game before an update comes out, without having to force myself to play Ranger or Rogue. Because, yeah, I could go to High Roller, and I could easily play Rogue or Ranger, but this doesn't feel inherently fun, I'm definitely not used to this time to kill, though. That is for sure. I'm used to killing mobs. I mean, even in High Roller, you kill a lot faster. Just because the Falcon does, like, 45 damage or something stupid like that. Have I ever played Rogue? Yeah. Yeah, I've played Rogue quite a few times. There was a period of time when Ale was still good that I ran around and played a lot of Rogue. I think from what I've seen, just general, like from general talk, it seems like it's not just me who is starting to grow a little bit tired of the current meta that we have. Like I don't know what kind of update we need to change what we currently have. I really don't know. But it feels like something probably needs to change. Yeah, you know what? That might even be true. Maybe it is just range damage across the board. Maybe just all of it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if I've seen what these ranger teams are doing. Not even just solos. I've seen it in team play as well. It seems kind of disgusting. I've seen like teams of 3 rangers just completely making work of everybody and everything that even dares to move in front of them. The reason I am not high roller is because I am trying to delay playing against the slew of rangers and rogues. That's really the main reason. There's really no other reason to give. Because I played a little bit of high roller earlier before I started streaming, and the very first fight I had was a ranger duo. When I tried to report them, it said they were already reported, meaning that they've been running around for a while. Well, in solos, but as a team, so that's pretty great. Yeah, I saw 2 rangers and I saw 2 rogues. Those are the only classes that I have personally seen in high roller so far. Maybe I didn't play enough. Maybe there's a you know. Well, remember, I don't get to choose what map it is, right? So because of the way that the maps change, you know, if the map is ruins or solo, you have to play it, right? Unless you want to not play solo. I feel like the teaming is also becoming more and more prevalent as well. I think there's definitely good and bad about the current rotation. I think it's great that you have the option to play alternative maps. But man, oh man, does it suck sometimes being forced to play a map that I don't want to play. I really am not a huge fan of ruins, to be honest. So, like, on that end, it's like, well, do I really want to play? Not really. Not particularly. So then I'm either forced to play a different map against teams, like, you know, like you used to have to, right, for any other map. Or I have to sit there and play Ruins, which is Ranger Rogue Paradise. So take your pick. You know, I do feel a little bad. Well, like, bad as far as, like, gameplay goes. I think High Roller, like, in general, is... It's not, like, a better experience, but it's, like, the only way to play now. Like, it's kind of hard to like describe it, but maybe you understand what I'm trying to get at. Because you can only use white gear, there's no progression in normals anymore, right? It's just kind of playing to play. So like a part of me is like, well, I feel like go for this Warlock here. Way more money. Is normals just like the BR? Is that pretty much what it is now? Well, even in the BR version of this game, people still don't want to fight me. Well, there's nothing to lose. There's no risk in normals. What are you gonna lose? Some white gear? Who cares? Who cares if you lose some white gear? It's not worth anything. I think the bigger thing isn't even the gold that you're losing in iRoller, it's the time. I think people are just really starting to get completely tired of the trading. Like, I know people have been complaining about it for a while, but like, I can't help but feel like it's just getting worse. Warlock, would you like to fight? No teamers. Yeah, no, for me personally, I don't care about the gold, man. I think with, with how trading is now, I just don't, I really cannot be bothered to trade for anything at this point. Truly. Alright, I need to be, you know, not die to the storm. Alright, that's good enough. You have 1,000,000 gold. That's kind of ridiculous. My god. That's an insane amount of gold, man. Honestly, after playing, I know I didn't play a lot of, like, I haven't played a huge amount of the map rotation. I don't think they should keep the rotation in the game like it is right now. I don't think forcing players for, you know, 30 minutes out of every hour and a half to be able to, or to force people to play only the map that they don't want to play. I think forcing trios to play Goblin Caves especially in the current state that Goblin Caves is, which is a very, like, it's a very solo feeling type map. So forcing trios to play Goblin Caves, especially with the way quests are too, they're, like, you need to give players the option to play what they want to play. You can't just, like, all of a sudden after the game being out for months. I don't know if you can force people to, I don't know. Especially with the way quests are, man. Like, hold up. So, I forget which guy has it, but, like, the quest where you have to kill, you know, just a specific boss. I don't know which boss it is that you have to kill X amount of times. I don't know if they're all 15 or what. But, let's say you have to kill one boss 15 times in, you know, High Roller Crypt, or, you know, in High Roller Hell Crypts. I think it's, what, 1/3 chance to get the boss that you want, but you also have to wait every hour and a half to play that boss too, or to play that map. It just seems like a very, very long time to kind of force people into doing that. I don't know, man. It feels a little odd to me personally. At first, I was all team. I was team, you know, I was all for it as a solo player. But I think there are some glaring issues / downsides to having it in the game. I think personally. You know, maybe it's not quite as bad as I am thinking it is, but that's just kind of how I don't know, man. It's just kind of how it might feel, you know, like for like the general population of players especially that are in teams that want to just like play crypts, you know. And I can definitely sympathize with, you know, their thoughts on that personally. But like now, I really don't like solo ruins. I think it's Rogue, Ranger, Paradise, and we are now forced to play ruins. I would rather play Goblin Caves over ruins. So now I am forced to play ruins when I don't want to play ruins. And that's just kind of how it is, you know? So yes, personally, I think there has to be a better way. There has to be something better than what is currently presented. Maybe in normals, it's okay playing any map because the game balancing wise is completely different from, you know, white gear to high roller gear. Completely. It's like, you know, it's not even the same. It's completely just, it's a different story, right? But so I know people constantly talk about if the game let you choose any map and any player count, the game would explode. Or like, you know, there's not enough players to play the game. I kind of feel like we're at a testing phase where I wouldn't mind seeing just I wouldn't mind seeing the change happen to just see how it goes, you know? Sure, like, maybe there's not enough player count to play every single map. Maybe that's true. But I would like to at least see it in action. To at least be able to be like, yeah, maybe, like, that, like, it obviously is not gonna work. Maybe I would also enjoy the rotation more if the game was more balanced, but the game feels so imbalanced to me right now. I'm having a really hard time enjoying this meta. There is nothing about this meta that I'm like particularly enjoying personally. Which it feels really crappy to say, and I don't like saying it. But I don't know. I don't think the current like gameplay of having, you know, like arrows deal half of your health in one hit and that kind of stuff, I just don't particularly find that like engaging. If I wanted to play a game that had like FPS like qualities, I would just play a different game, you know. I think this might be one of the least fun states that we've had in this game. in a while. Which, again, it really, really pains me to say it. I don't like saying that at all. And I'm also not an advocate for... It's... Yeah. Well, now I'm just gonna third party the winner. All right. Congratulations for winning the fight. Yeah. Congratulations. Isn't it crazy how long fights last, by the way? Like, when you're not geared? If we were in High Roller, everybody would have been dead in, like, 2 or 3 hits. It's crazy, man. You don't have fights like this. Fights don't last as long as fights like that. Like, this fight can't happen in High Roller. It doesn't work. It literally doesn't. They don't even have bows. They don't have bows. Show me one fighter in High Roller that doesn't have a crossbow. It doesn't happen. These guys should have, I mean, these guys should have them too. I don't know what these guys are doing without bows in Dark and Darker, but... But man, oh man. It's just like a different game, man. It's just, that's it. It's just what it feels like. I mean, I'm hard-pressed to tell you that I don't think normals is more fun than High Roller. Like, to be completely honest, are people, like, generally teaming in the same way in High Roller that they are in normals? I don't think so. So, like, you have less teaming, you have more character variety. You know, you don't have just Rangers and Rogues. You have a kill feed and spectate, which should never have been ripped out of the game. I don't think spectating is too much of a core feature. Like, yeah, it sucks that people are abusing spectate, but man, I cannot be the only person who just absolutely hates the removal of spectating in this game. I feel like it really hinders this game, personally. That's too heavy. I can't carry it. Yeah, Cloak. Yeah, that's crazy. Cloak, Purple Goblet. Pretty good loot for normals, gotta say. Oh, I could longsword in normals, because people actually fight me in melee range. You can't really longsword in High Roller, because everyone just uses range, but... Yeah, I guess I could maybe longsword in normals. That's kind of worth considering. When you said the game was imbalanced, do you mean in the sense of classes or gear diff? I don't know, man. I might be both. Okay, here I'm gonna try to explain this in like a way that doesn't make like that isn't just complaining. I'm gonna like objectively tell you like what I currently think of like balancing wise. So here's the thing. With gear diff, as soon as you start to get geared, most combat in this game ends up being 1-shot or 2-shot kills, okay? Everybody dies instantly when you start to have gear. Everybody. It doesn't matter if it's range, it doesn't matter if it's melee, it doesn't matter what class you are. Like, if you're a rogue, yeah, you do die really quick because you have, like, no health. But rogues also 1 or 2 tap. Well, maybe not 1 tap, but they also kill people very quick as soon as they start getting geared. So, I mean, isn't that all High Roller really is in this game? Is just who can 1 or 2 tap people the most, and because ranged weapon damage is so high, well, everyone just 1 or 2 taps. I shouldn't really say 1 or 2 tap. I really should say like 2 to 4 tap, somewhere around that range of like fighting. But isn't that all this game is at like the higher end of gameplay? Is just who can hit someone more times at range and then just win the fight because it's like they dealt, you know, they hit someone 1 time with a bow and then dealt 50% of their health total, and now you're dead because, well, I have a bow and you don't, or I hit you with a range and you didn't, and now you're at such a health deficit that there's no way you're gonna beat me, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like that is the current state of High Roller, and I really don't like it. I don't know what else there is to say, but I don't think high time to kill or killing people fast from ranged is fun, and I don't really think everyone just 2-tapping each other in melee is fun either. You know, it's all not fun. That's true. Melee can be pretty fast in melee as... Did I say that right? Time to kill can also be very fast in normals as well. That's very true. I still think it's slower, though. But you're right. Even in normals, like a Falchion will still hit you for, like, more than half your health in 1 hit. It's true. It's very, very true. Yeah, I disagreeing with you would be disingenuous of me. I would never disagree with you there. I actually purchased Tarkov yesterday. I had plans to give it a try because I'm really just not happy with the right now state of this game, and I just wanted something else to play. And I know they're completely different games. And of course, the audience is not the same, but I do want to give it a try. Also, hey, Seabass, sorry I missed your message, but hey, thank you, bud. I am back. Hopefully we can have a good stream, just in general. As good as we can be. Well, here's the problem I have, alright? Everyone... Like, Dark and Darker's the game that I stream, right? Like, it's just... To say that I would be good at Tarkov would be the most hilarious understatement of the year. Like, saying that I don't know anything about that game. I just want to try it out and just see how it is. Sorry, talking is really taking a toll on my voice. Variety streamer? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with streaming variety. Especially when the variety is a very similar niche of game. I mean, at this point, Tarkov is so similar to Dark and Darker. It seems like it's getting more similar as we go. I know it's different games, but no, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing. Yeah, the 2-game variety. Very true. Hey, LexD. Welcome. Oh, God. Hey, why aren't you playing Dark and Darker? I already know if I stream any other game. I already tried it. Remember when I was streaming, Greed is Good? The game that now has, like, 40 active players at any given time. Like, the game is completely dead. Yeah. I mean... You know... I've streamed other games, although that game was, I don't know what that game is, but that game is something. It's something, alright. And, you know, because I'm at the point where I genuinely do not care about gold. Like, I just don't care about gold. I'm done with trade chat. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot sit in trade chat any more than I have to. I would rather just just play the game and then sit in trade chat every time I die to re-equip my gear. I think I'm really getting to that point as well, unfortunately, where I'm just tired of dealing with the constant, like, you know, just sitting and waiting for my skill. Like, let's be real here. Let's be completely upfront with each other, right? It is not skillful for me to get like really high level gear and then kill people in high roller that don't have really high gear. Okay? Like, I don't think anyone I don't think there's anyone that's being fooled of me sitting in trade chat for an hour and building like god sets with the massive amount of gold I have on my other accounts, and then going on stream and just playing with a class that's super juiced. There's no... I don't think anyone here thinks that like you get skill suddenly just by having gear. There's some skill level. There's definitely skill in getting geared and getting to that point. But there's not a lot of fun factor in getting giga juiced from trade and then dunking on people that do not have as good a gear as you do, you know? So I that's like another like dub for normals, in that normals is always a fair fight. You always have white gear, and you know, it's just kind of, it is how it is. That is true, Connor. Because of how quick the time to kill is in this game, if you catch someone off guard with an invis potion, you absolutely can kill a lot of different players. That is true. I agree with that completely, just to be clear. Why? What am I missing? Oh. That's fine. Well, if you get countered in this game, it is really hard. Sometimes you just lose at the character selection screen. I think, like, Warlock with spells, it is such a hard fight beating a ranger in this game. Good luck. Good luck, man. That's all I can say. It's just... That's it. And it's not just... You know, it's not just, like, Spell Warlock versus Ranger. There's a lot of different classes like that as well. Where, like... It feels like if you go against them and you go against your counter, you're kind of already dead in the water. You know? And it's just the nature of solos. Like, I accept that that's how the game is, you know? And that's not even really what's ever bothered me completely. Like, I understand that I've always acknowledged that sometimes my class just gets completely dunked on by people that have, like, no gear investment, because Ranger has just always kind of been a really big counter to spellcasters. So when I was trying to learn Wizard, and I would just get dunked on by Ranger, I would try not to get, like, too upset about it, because, well, I mean, it's your counter class. You're supposed to lose that fight, right? So, like, it's not that big of a deal to me to lose a counter. Like, to lose to my counter, like, it's fine, you know? Well, you gotta keep in mind that, like, yeah, people have gotten way better at this game, you know? The times of early... Like, the early days where everyone remembers of, like, the golden times of, like, hey, you know, everyone sucks. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, the times of everyone sucking is gone, you know? Those days are probably not going to come back, except for maybe a Steam release. Steam release is, like, the closest I think that you will ever get again, you know? My mouth is going white. It's probably the sun. The time of the day, the sun comes through my window. So that's probably what you're seeing. I mean, think about it this way. How many people, when they first started playing, got destroyed by, like, the standard skeleton guardmen that move at, like, the speed of nothing, you know? I used to die to these things, and now it's like, dying to these is like, it's crazy to me to think that like that I wasn't even good enough to like take a step back and then swing my sword, you know? And I think that period of time where everybody, and look at the kill feed, we're still having people that die to them, right? We have 2 deaths by skeleton footmen already, you know? But I think the point where everybody dies to PvE, like in the old days, that's gone. I used to play Goblin Caves, and I would just be like the only person in the entire lobby. Every game. Every single game. You know? I'm not quite sure if we'll ever get to that point of like everybody dying like that. Probably not, at least. Alright, hold up. A little harder to kill these when you don't have a decent weapon. I mean, I used to struggle like crazy against just general mobs. Like, I couldn't even make it out of like my spawn. It was crazy, man. The difference is just nuts. But that's just like the nature of playing the game, man. Like the nature of learning how to play. That's all it is to it, man. They struggle to 1v3. Well, I've been saying it for as long as people have been going into 1v3s and dunking on like noobs. 1v3ing is not really made for this game. If you have a competent team of 3 players, you are not supposed to kill them. You are not supposed to be able to 1v3 a team that is as good as you are and is in like equally geared. If all 4 of you have the same gear and they're just as good as you are, you're not supposed to kill them. A team of 3 dying is definitely like a sign of like just not a very good, like just not good players, I think, you know? So like I think that those days of like watching people go in and just dunking on people because they don't know how to play the game, I don't know, I kind of feel like those days are kind of shot, but I don't know. Can't you jump on this? I think you can kill this from up here. Yep. Jeez, it is. There's not much sense in fighting things in this game either. But this also kind of describes the current nature of the game as well. It's, where can I cheese this thing so I don't have to fight it for real? And that's what High Roller Hell is right now, is using classes with like a lot of stuff for free, you know? I mean, it doesn't take inherent skill to find a place to kill things like this. I do think it takes some skill to know the map well enough to know where to go to cheese stuff. But that's like more map knowledge than I think mechanics or make a game skill, you know? Holy crap, this thing is guess it'll die eventually. Oh, Jesus, I think that I'm describing every game to ever exist. Of course, there's equal skill. Well, you know, Candle, you say that, and I agree with you. That is every game that's like 3v1. But I talked to a lot of people who argued with me and told me that they like they tried to argue that like they won, like they were winning their 3v1s not because the other team was trash, but because they were just so good at the game, right? That they could consistently kill people. And there's some merit to both, right? Like, yeah, you have to be good at the game to 1v3 other players, but the other players also have to be inherently bad at the game. So there's like There's a little bit of truth to both sides, right? But that's also true. In an FPS game, 1v3ing is significantly easier because the time to kill is so fast. Now, granted, like, we talk about the time to kill being fast in this game, which... Is that a plate? Is that a plate ranger? I think that's a plate ranger. Oh my god! We got shield bashed. I am so proud. I am so proud of you for shield bashing me. I mean, I'm not gonna fight this guy if he doesn't want to fight. We are still healing. Yeah, I cannot believe we just got shield bashed. That's hilarious. That's so funny. This guy, dude. You know what? Go for it, Duddy. GG's. How much health did I lose from that shield bash? Did anyone notice? I could go back in the video. I'm just curious. How much do you think I lost from that? I think I lost like 20%. Hold up. What does shield bash do? I think shield bash does 25 damage, and I don't think there's any modifiers. I think, like, it's base damage. Yeah, it does 25 damage. So, about 20 to 25% of your HP. And I don't think this number goes up. I'm pretty sure this is, like, flat damage. Nothing is going to change it. Well, I guess your physical power bonus should change it, right? But I think that's it? Maybe? It's 10%? You think maybe it limb shot me, too? Yeah, maybe it was also a limb shot as well. Maybe that's the case. Yeah, I must have hit my arm, maybe. Probably my arm or something. I mean, at least people are trying. At least they're trying other stuff. I have seen more unique loadouts in normals than I've seen in high roller. Like, just bar none. I've seen fighters without a crossbow. Amazing. I've seen shield bash fighters. I haven't seen any landmine rogues because they don't really work without at least some semblance of gear. So people are running those in high roller. I haven't really been seeing like a huge number of rangers because I feel like, I guess people aren't running default. I don't know. I guess I don't really know why, but I guess people don't want to use default ranger. They want to do it in high roller, since you can just be naked anyway for the most part with like a blue bow. Yeah, I feel like I've just seen a huge like difference of players, which is nice. I don't know, man. It's kind of nice seeing classes and just general fights that I don't really feel like I ever get to see in high rollers, personally. Chaos, it's nothing too crazy, man. We're just playing some normals, and I'm not using spells because I don't think spell lock in normals is worth playing. We're kind of just playing like a melee. Isn't it basically just melee fighter? Probably. So here's something I'm looking forward to, okay? So I don't think it's a secret that Warlock, right? Oh, I didn't even know we're in Goblin Caves. So I don't think it's a secret that Warlock is very gear dependent. I think once trade or the auction house releases on this game, it will make Warlock significantly less sucky to play, you know? I think I think it kind of sucks, man. Yeah, BOC and Phantomize is that's exactly. I mean, I haven't died yet. I've pretty much. How many fights have I won? I don't know, maybe like 6 or something. Yeah, I feel like I can win fights in normals, like, just about all day with almost any class that I want. Like, I don't feel like I have to abide by, like, the range meta when I play normals. Because not everybody is sitting there with just, you know, that not everyone is doing it. It feels like a different game. Truly. Playing normals, it feels... I don't know what game we're playing, but... it is significantly different. I do kind of miss the days where I could find geared players in normals and kind of treat it as sort of like a VR, but with gear, you know? I think there's, like, it's cool and all that I can go into games and not have to worry about gear, but I can't help but, like, miss the old days of being able to go in and just... That's like the typical rogue experience, I think, for normals. Yeah. I don't know what that man's thinking, but... Could rogues do that to me more often, please? Let's nerf rogue. Okay, well, saying that rogue is OP because of that rogue would be disingenuous, okay? I don't know what the hell that rogue was doing, but that's not how you play rogue. At all. That is literally not how you play rogue. Hey, Ben Ray. Everything's been going okay. I'm currently recovering from being sick, which is the only real issue for me personally. My throat's probably gonna be killing me when I'm done streaming today. It's already starting to hurt me a little bit, but it's been a while since I streamed, so I figured I'd just suck it up and do it, you know? But the thought of enduring the current high roller meta was truly something I was not looking forward to be completely honest. So that's why I was like, you know what? Why would I do that? I'll just play some normals today, you know? Well, I haven't even been getting any sunlight, Lex Dave, because I've been sick. I've been in bed for like a week. I was in bed for almost a week straight. I'm getting it through the window? Yeah, that's it. That's it. What did you do in bed? Nothing, man. Laid there and wished I was better. I mean, I don't think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Unfortunately. Dude, look at the difference between these. 5 move speed loss, 15. You get 10 extra armor and 30 less. Like, this is just clearly better. And you get vigor. Like, there's no, like, question as to if this is better than this ornate. It just seems funny. Oh, God. If I phantomize towards him, he's just gonna close the door on me. It's alright. I can deal with low roller ranges because they're not gonna hit me for 80% of my health. I can also choose to fight him later, which I will. I will fight him later. He would hit me for a good bit of health, probably 30%, but it won't be like 50 or 60. So it's a little bit more lenient. Well, you know, Ranky, at this point, 30% is pretty low for a ranger. So take it for what you will. But I mean... Oh, he just left, didn't he? Pretty sure that guy just left. I guess he's just not gonna fight us. Oh, have you heard about the new meta? I don't know if it's actually new meta, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but the new way that Rangers are playing, they're using multi-shot as a free reload. So because the cooldowns are so low, they don't have to reload anymore. It's kind of like the old days where you could like, remember when you could fight the troll boss and you would never have to reload because you would use your quick shot, I think? I forget exactly what it was, but I know that you would like bypass the reload that way too. But yeah, so they're using their stuff as a way to not have to reload. So it's fun. That's what it is. Yeah, it was triple shot. That's what people did. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that kind of gameplay from people, but I know that's what people were doing back in the day. I was doing it back in the day to kill the troll. You know what else kind of sucks? I feel like the only map that like you can reasonably fight bosses on solo, you know, is Goblin Caves. So it kind of sucks that I feel like I can't. Like, I had plans to like practice the troll boss a little bit more, but with the timer every hour and a half changing the maps, I don't really feel like I have like quite the same. Jesus, that wasn't very nice. Well, that was rude. Thank God they nerfed. Thank God I have like 50% magic resistance. I got like stuck on top of them. Okay, it's fine. GG Wizard, you used to be OP. You were OP for like one patch. I mean, more than that, but like just recently, you know. The strongest melee weapon in the entire game? God, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. I don't even care about this loot. Like, to be completely honest, a part of me just wants to drop it all. I don't really see why why it matters. Yeah, yeah. I just I don't think I really care too much about it. I think I'm just gonna call it good. I'm more just playing for fun. Extra loot, I guess. Did you see how little damage that lightning strike did to me? I think I got hit for like 20% of my health or less. It's a pathetic amount of damage. Yeah, Wizard fell off hard, man. I don't even have to play Wizard to tell you, like, based on the numbers that I saw. Like, it is just nowhere near what it was before. I know a lot of you guys, I know some of you were here to watch me just completely dunk on people with Wizard for free because Wizard was completely overtuned. But yeah, it is definitely fallen off quite hard, I think, from that point. Ben Ray, 2 reasons. One, I have not played this game in 2 weeks, so I needed a little bit of a easing my way back. And 2, I think High Rollers right now is not fun. I think it is just extremely high time to kill, mostly Ranger Rogue, maybe some Plate Ranger type gameplay. I personally think it's just more. It's also more skill-based as well, to just play normals at this point. Because all the PvP's fair. You know, I'm not getting completely shredded by, you know, 50% HP arrows or quite as many landmines, or really no landmines. I don't even know if rogues are landmining in normals. I haven't seen a single one. Maybe it's because of the quality of players that are trying to play rogue at the early levels that just don't quite understand how to play rogue. But like the last one that we just fought just kind of walked towards me. I don't really know what he was doing. But it's mostly just to play for fun. That's really it. I don't really have any other like real like reasoning for it. Well, Rangers and normals are nowhere near the same threat level, you know. Hey dude, how you doing? Yeah, I am back. Also, in normals, you get a lot more melee fights. Almost every fight that you get in High Roller is just range spam and praying that you deal way more damage from range so you get a free kill. Normals is significantly more. Just it's way more melee combats. High Roller lock isn't too bad, especially on Crypts or Goblin Cave, Hydra. So it's true. You can do the high drain build for Warlock. But if you're playing the budget variants, then unfortunately, I feel like it's more of a PvE kind of class. Because, you know, you're kind of sitting in, like, the back. Just using the Hydra to sustain yourself from Storm. Because the reality is, I don't think Warlock is very strong right now in solos, unless you get completely juiced. But with how hard it is right now to get juiced, because of trade chat, I mean, you can do it. Just, it's a time commitment, you know. I don't know. It's, there's pros and cons right now. I don't think High Roller's that balanced. I really think it all boils down to that. And that High Roller gameplay just isn't that fun. It's mostly just who can who can like 2 to 4 tap the other person quickest. Not that I think that normals is inherently slow time to kill, but I think it's slower. It's like the better of the worst, right? Didn't think that would hit me, but didn't think that would hit me, but Yeah, also High Roller, people are so scared to fight you. Everyone's so scared to lose their precious AP. So it ends up being mostly like a PvE simulator, and that's not very fun. At least people fight me in normals. Most of the time they do. I mean, I'm hard pressed to say that normals isn't just more fun than High Roller at this point. I mean, I've kind of always had that opinion from before, because I used to always be a normal player, but you could go geared in normal, so I would just fight, like, people that were more geared than me for the most part, because I just thought, you know, that's just what I did, because High Rollers was always so dead. But now that High Rollers just seems to be more like, alright, well, I'm gonna go run away in the back of the storm, I'm gonna sit in storm, heal for 5 minutes, and then take the first portal I see to not have to PvP, because I don't want to lose my AP, and I want to grind for, you know, whatever it is that they're grinding for. It's the mysterious reward that we don't know about yet, I guess. Well, I'm scared of losing my gear in High Roller too, because I don't want to have to go back to the lobby. I don't want to go back and have to trade for my gear again. That sounds worse than anything. I don't care about the gold, I care about the time. Also, this lag, man. If I spend time to gear up, I am not doing it so I can go into a game and rubber band and die as well. And I know it's not like every game, but as you just saw, like it's still a problem as well. That could be interesting. I don't know what they need to do, but something should change for AP. They need to reward AP in a way that doesn't just make people completely just, I don't know if scared is the word, but just, they need to change. I feel like something should change for AP. I don't know what it is though, so it's hard for me to give like an actual, you know, it's hard for me to give much of input here. Oh. What class are you? Oh! You're a cleric? I didn't even know clerics played the game. Oh, see, it's because it's normals. Right, because they don't get completely bullied. Dude, I didn't know it was a cleric. I couldn't tell because of the lizard skin. Could have been, there's a couple classes it could have been. That was funny. What class? Poor cleric, I'm sorry. Big skillet, I have huge respect for cleric mains at this point. It's a rough time to be playing cleric in the range meta that we're currently in. Power to you. I truly mean that, by the way. Here, people. Here, multiple people. Get the old... The glitch. The glitch, the lantern glitch is still in the game too. Did you see that? Yeah, Please, God. Alright. The roguiest gameplay, I guess, is... Well, I know he knows I'm here, unless he's stupid. Yeah, that's about right. It's about right. Yeah, gingerbread is definitely big money. I don't know how much it's worth, but it's a lot. Yeah, that's suspicious as hell anything. Dude, this glitch, man. Is anyone else familiar with the glitch with your lantern? Where if you swing, it'll go to throw itself on its own? I really hope they fix it at some point. Oh, right, the two-handed weapons that'll start using the right click. That's true. That's true. That'll do it too. How much is a cookie worth right now? There's 200 gold each. Is that really true? That's crazy. Yeah, I think the spectating as well is kind of nice. I personally am hoping that they bring back spectating for High Roller. I know it sucks that people are abusing it, but man, oh man. My highest rank, Pathfinder. I'm Pathfinder, the blue rank, for 3 different classes right now. I was, yeah, actually, I think it's 3, right? Yeah, Fighter, Barb, Wizard, and I was also Pathfinder for Warlock for a while. But Warlock, it kind of sucks. Kind of is not super great right now because of the, I think just because of how strong Ranger is, especially in High Roller. So, I don't know. It's a tough life, I think. It's a tough life to play Warlock, I think. Yeah, even if it was a 5-second window, allow me to, like, to view the person that killed me would be nice, I think. Yeah, Warlock is very, very tough. I think it's more so that Caster Warlock is so expensive. And in order to sit there and trade, you really gotta commit the time to trade for that gear. And I am not really about that life. So I usually play like Budget Warlock, but Budget Warlock doesn't really work for caster Warlock, and it just completely gets killed by Rangers anyway. So it's kind of the point where I'm at. I could consider see, if I wanted to play High Roller, I would be forced to do some trading. I'd have to at least get a good weapon. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do well in High Roller with white gear. I'm gonna get probably pummeled by... That's when the landmines would probably start. Is what would be my guess, at least. I might consider doing a swap, but back over to High Roller at some points. Wait, isn't there a Q&A tonight? Yeah, isn't there a dev Q&A with SDF tonight? I think there is. I think it's 7. You got 3 tabs worth of lock gear. Jesus. High drain lock isn't too expensive, just need some knowledge and a couple items to increase magic. Chaos, it's not, you're not completely wrong. The high drain lock, like the budget kit, isn't super expensive. But that said, if you want a good Warlock kit, those get expensive. Where do I see that? I think I saw it on the Discord channel. Something about a Q&A. Uh-oh. I knew it. I missed that one hit. I knew it was over. Oh yeah, Bandray. It's not about the pressure to play one way or the other. It's more like my personal enjoyment. I enjoy playing normals, but I also enjoy getting gear from High Roller. So it's tough, man. It's a tough line. It's really just I'm waiting for this update, man. I don't know what kind of update we're gonna get, but we really need an update that changes the current meta that we have. That's currently what I'm feeling the most. Hello? Chest is broken, maybe? That's true. BOC does help carry you pretty well. Very true. You know, I'm gonna be honest. After playing a bit of all the maps for solos, I think Goblin Caves is still probably my favorite map for solo. Ruins is like the map that I really don't want to play at all. And then Crypts is the map that I still need to learn. But it feels like primarily PvE. Which is good and bad. Good and bad, I guess. There's a part of me that kind of just prefers the faster paced combat that you get in Goblin Caves. You know? Maybe I'll give, maybe I could consider giving High Roller a try. But if I do it on Warlock, I'm not trying to run High Roller Hell. There's gotta be people here, right? There's gotta be a rogue just chilling. I'm getting rogue vibes, personally. Well, going to High Roller Hell as any class... Well, what classes want to go to High Roller Hell solo? I think Ranger's okay. Plate Fighter's okay. And that's... Do you get this kind of entertainment in High Roller? No, sir. No, you don't. my god. There is something about the way people play in normals that just gets me. It just gets me, man. Oh yeah, I know with spells, Warlock can do pretty well yeah, of course, Warlock can do pretty well with spells in High Roller. But without spells, it doesn't feel very very good. Hey, Throwdown. Welcome to you as well. Yeah, sorry, my throat is still killing me. I wonder if I can play, High Rollers with just, like, a decent Falchion and just be okay on Warlock. Might be worth trying. Would have to just, I mean, trading for a Falchion shouldn't be too hard. But if I do play High Roller Warlock, it is, uh-oh. See, I can't get this kind of entertainment in High Roller anymore. That was infinitely more entertaining than no spectate. Yeah, that dude, he was so close. He was so close. Okay. You know what? Yeah, maybe we could give High Roller a go. Let me just buy like a Falchion. I'm not gonna buy anything else. We're gonna just go mostly white kit, just because I don't feel like trading. What are the prices of stuff at this point? Oh, that's fine. Nah, Scoops, I don't really need money. I'm okay. I have so much money on my other accounts too. Also, I have gold bars that I could sell too. So it's really not like a huge deal, I think. I don't really need knowledge or anything because I'm not casting spells. I might just run with this and just just find our way. Falchion to hero, pretty much, yeah. I think this is fine. Who cares? We die, we die. We'll just buy a new Falchion and call it a day. Yeah, I'm probably not doing High Roller Hell with this. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to High Roller Hell with spellless Warlock. That does not sound fun. Okay, so we've been able to watch for about an hour and a half now of like what kind of classes that we've been seeing, and we've seen fighters, barbarians, rangers, rogues. I saw a cleric. Now, I want you to keep in mind of what kind of classes that we see in High Roller. I predict we're going to see a lot of rangers, and we're going to see a lot of landmine rogues. That's my prediction. Brave. I know. Very brave prediction, but that's what I think. Oh, if you want to play Warlock well, you should be getting way more kitted than I am right now. I am not kitted at all. Like, I mean, this is not great. Hey, Tentaclu. Tentaculo? That's probably better. Hey, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. My sound is... Wait, what? I don't have sound on. My sound is all buggy. Like, these chests aren't making noise. What the hell? Yeah, like, when I'm opening those chests, like, the noise isn't right. But the sound from these is fine. It's muffled? Yeah, it's gotta be a buggy spot, right? Yeah, at least it's not just me. I was gonna say that. I thought it was my headset. What do we got in here? Is that a Skelly champ? Yeah. Yeah, Ben Ray. It is good to be back. I just hope that I can be better soon. Like, my voice-wise. Because it is rough right now. Trying to continuously talk on stream like this. It's a tough time, man. What the? Why are you over there? You know, if I really want to play right, I should probably be bringing in Vizbots. Did that just open? I swear I just saw that fling open, but it could just be like a delay, you know? You know there's a rogue in here. I mean, it's high roller. Like, there is a rogue in here. It's like 100% chance, right? Which is what they do. Yeah, we didn't have any invis rogues really in normals, but I'm not willing to like push this. I'm telling you, man. I will just get insta-killed if I push through here. I know he's here. I just don't know where. Yeah, no, this is the vigorating gameplay of this game right now. I'm not really willing to push that, so. Yeah, I know that I know for a fact that thing opened. Unless it was a visual bug, I definitely saw it. I've never been in here before. Yeah, this room is new to me. I'm pretty sure that room is new. For me personally. Red Wraith on High Roller? Is that what it is? Well, then it sounds like I don't want to go in there. It's alright though, you know what? Regardless of what happens in these games, at least I'm not playing Rogue or Ranger. So, there's that at least. That is definitely true. We could cheese it on the stairs. I am aware of cheesing the Wraiths. I'm just not sure, what else is in the room. This looks like a trap chest. Am I gonna get attacked if I open this? Looks suspicious, but I don't think there's any kind of trap chest in this game, so. We're gonna have to go back through here, aren't we? Yeah, I'm looking at the map now. We're gonna have to go back. Thought it was out of range. Impatient. Oh, I just got hit, so... Well, this isn't the typical high roller player I would expect to see. Man, it's just... This is like this is like a Timmy. Uh-oh. Too many people. Guys, I can't kill him. There's 2 players. There's a Warlock too. Yeah, it's not just him. We can get him alone though, yeah. Of course. We really need these in. Well, I guess I do have an invis bot. Uh-oh. Alright, well. They're teaming now. It's too late. We've lost our chance. They're already teaming. That's how it goes in Dark and Darker. If you don't fight them immediately, they'll run off and find more teammates. That's it. Well, I was weak. I didn't team on purpose. I mean, I just got hit by the so yeah, it wasn't like I had much choice. Hey, remember when I was just talking about why I don't like range in this game? And now I'm losing 70% of my health from 1 arrow. Remember that? Yeah. So, that's high roller. We got hit 1 time for... Yeah, we got hit once for 70% of our health. That's this game. That's it. You just use a crossbow and hit someone for 70%. It's fun. Cool. Great game, I guess. Just casual. I mean, does anyone genuinely think that that's fun gameplay? Of getting headshot for 70% of your health by a 0 risk crossbow? I mean, well, if I phantomize immediately there, yeah, I mean, I guess that was the play. I just wasn't expecting him to come up to us like that because I knew he had a teammates. Well, you know, if we phantomize, all he has to do is just put away his weapon and back away with sprint. But it depends on how good he is, too. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I got hit for 70% of my health in 1 shot. Like, what am I supposed to do there? Yeah. It's just, it's not fun. It's not fun to play against a weapon like a crossbow that hits you that hard. Like, that is like the perfect example of a fight that I could have shown you. Right, but BOC requires melee, but it's not range. So, yeah, like, BOC is nowhere near. Yeah, BOC is melee, it's not the same. If you honestly think that a crossbow dealing the same damage that something that also has to be completely melee range, it's not the same. I mean, you can dodge a crossbow too? I mean, I guess, but crossbows are ridiculously strong. When I play fighter, I use a crossbow because they're broken, of course. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. If they have bad aim, sure. But getting hit for 70% of your health from a crossbow bolt is not fun gameplay. Like, there's none of that fight that was inherently fun at all. It just wasn't. It's not fun to deal with. I don't really know what else there is to say. I just think it's funny, that I was just talking about how that's like all High Roller is getting hit for like 50% plus HP with one like range attack, and then you just lose the fight. You know, it's just like that's what it is. This is not great. It's not great, man. If melee Warlock's counter is getting hit by range and I'm losing the melee matchup, then it's probably more so most classes counter that isn't a range class. Unless you have a lot of gear, Spell Warlock's too slow. Why would you play a class that has to sit there and land curses when you could just I mean, why would you do that when you could just play Ranger and hit people for the same damage with like a triple shot bow, but 3 times because it's a Ranger, or just use a crossbow that instantly deals 70% of someone's health that isn't plate. Like I don't know why you would play Warlock when you could just play Fighter or Ranger. Yeah. But I'm not even out of the spawn. I haven't even walked very far. We now have to sit here and hit our way through. You know he's here somewhere. We have to wait 40 seconds before we can do anything. 40 seconds is the rogue tax before we're allowed to move, just in case he's invis here. Alright, road tax has been paid. Well, who knows where the rogue went? That rogue is... Who knows? He's gonna be somewhere in the circle waiting for us, surely. Could be anywhere. Warlock is definitely not the best class. You're kidding yourself if you think Warlock is the best class right now. We just got one of the worst ones in the game, didn't we? This is horrible. We've been fighting like mummies this entire time. I don't think it stopped. And then the rubber band final boss keeps trying to have us get hit too. It's happened a couple of times. Luckily it has not gotten us hits. I think Caster Warlock can be good, but you need you need a good gear set. But I can't really get a good gear set until probably until an auction house comes out, and I don't know how long that'll be. The amount of mob density, I really do feel like I just prefer Goblin Caves. The density of mobs on Crypts for solo, if you're not playing Rogue, to just kind of skip all the mobs, because that's kind of like the meta, I think, is to kind of just not fight mobs. I mean, you saw that Rogue. That Rogue ran through and completely ignored all of those mummies. He's probably halfway across the map by now, and I'm the sucker here, fighting mobs one at a time because I'm not playing Rogue. How much of a sucker am I for that? Huge sucker. You like being able to swap between melee and caster? Yeah, I think the idea of Warlock is good. Just the execution of it, of how expensive of a kit you need to be viable, just doesn't feel great. Or you could run the cheap Hydrain build, but then it's more so just kind of camping and swarm for AP. At least that's what I see people do with cheap Warlock builds. I don't even see people really do PvP with Warlock anymore. They just sit and, you know, they just sit in the back of the map and collect what they can. Do we know when Druid's coming out? No, but I hope Druid doesn't get overshadowed by just everything else. Well, by everything else, I mean, I should say the meta. I hope it doesn't get overshadowed by the meta that currently exists. Like, let's be real here. If Druid doesn't either counter Ranger or Rogue, or it doesn't somehow fit into the meta, if, like, things don't change as they are right now, who's gonna play Druid besides, like, there's gonna be people that play it because it's new, but if Ranger and Rogue is still as oppressive as it is right now, then people will probably still display that. I really, really hope that Druid sees play. I really do. I don't want it to be a dead in the water type class. Or end up like Bard, where no one plays it anymore because they keep nerfing it after every single, you know, patch. Why don't people want to fight me? Come on. Can't we fight? This guy's not gonna fight me, is he? Alright, he's gone. See, if I was a Ranger, I could have just probably killed him from that range, from that distance. Like, Ranger can definitely kill from there without any armor like that. Because we could like basically falchion hit him, but from any distance and 3 times in like quick succession, you know? I am curious though, like, will Druid have an actual root? Because a root would that would genuinely make the like would counter would counter Ranger. Like, if they can't move, then yeah, maybe you can actually kill them. Although even a rogue that doesn't move is still really scary because they could just hit you for like crazy damage from flank too. Yeah, it'll probably be some kind of slow. I would find it pretty... I would be pretty surprised to see an actual, like, root done. You know? Alright, guys. I need to let my, I've been talking for too long. My throat's starting to hurt. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you guys later, alright? Have a good rest of the day.